Hey, brother. Our mother just came to our house saying that she was kicked out of her house by you and your wife. She came to me for help. Just what do you think you're doing?
Oh, hello, Matea. It's been a while since we last talked. But you don't even greet me and immediately just start giving me compliments?
It is not the time for greetings. We need to get straight to the point here. I'm asking you, what the hell do you think you're doing kicking Mom out of her own home? Mom is the owner of that house, right? Not you.
What? What are you talking about? I'm the owner of this house, not Mom. I'm the supporter of this family, so I can decide who lives here and who doesn't. And I decided that my wife could live with me, but not my mom.
What are you talking about? That house used to be Mom's parents' house, so it's only natural for her to continue living there. I don't care if you're the supporter of the family or whatever.
I'm the pillar of this house. I inherited this house from our father who passed away. And Mother is just a parasite that doesn't even have a job.
Huh? What in the world gave you that idea? That house has belonged to Mom ever since her parents passed away, not Dad, and certainly not you. Besides, what are you talking about when you say Mom's unemployed?
I mean, she quit her job when she was 46 because she was feeling ill, right? She's been a housewife ever since and never got another job. I mean, she says she does actually have a job, but she just stays in her room whenever she's not doing housework. Apparently, it's still a few years until she's able to receive her pension, but it looks like she has no intention of working, which means that she has zero income. I.e., she's unemployed. That means that she can't get by without relying on my salary, right? My wife is saying that she doesn't want to be bullied by my mom anymore as well, which means I have no choice but to kick her out.
Still, what are you thinking, suddenly kicking her out without even letting her prepare first? All she has was her phone and wallet when she got here. A lot of her stuff is still in that house, right?
If that's what you're worried about, then don't worry. Because we're going to be throwing her stuff away the next garbage day. Her stuff is just going to take up space here.
What? You can't just throw away Mom's stuff.
But actually, I can since I'm the supporter of his family. You see, I'm planning on making Mom's room my hobby room. I'm going to immediately throw away anything that I think is a nuisance.
Don't. I'll come and take her stuff.
What?
All you want is for Mom's stuff to be gone from that house, right?
Well, yeah, but...
If that's the case, then I'll come and take her stuff.
Oh, is that so? I guess that's good timing then. I have no intention in providing money for any parasite. So you take care of your mother from now on.
What? You're going to let Mom live with me from now on?
Yeah. If you've got a problem with me kicking her out, then you can take care of her yourself.
I see. So I'm going to be living with Mom from now on, huh?
You see, you scolded me for kicking Mom out, but you yourself don't want to provide for her.
Yay! I get to live with Mom now.
Huh? Why do you sound so happy about it? You do realize that you're going to have to provide for her since she's unemployed, right?
Just shut up already, Renato. I can't even bother to explain it to you anymore since you clearly aren't listening to a word I say. I'll gladly let Mom live in my house, but don't come to me later saying that you actually want Mom to live with you, all right?
Why would I say that? Who would want to provide for a parasite?
Nice. So I have your promise then. I'm not going to take it back no matter what, all right? Oh, I'll come and get Mom's stuff this afternoon, so don't mess with it, all right?
This is not how I thought you'd react, but okay. It's not my problem. Besides, why do you sound so sure that I'm going to go and ask Mom to return later on anyway? What? You think I'm going to get lonely or something? Get real. Wow. So you seriously did take all of Mom's stuff with you?
What are you talking about? You're the one who kicked her out, aren't you?
Matea? Are you in your right mind?
Huh? What do you mean by that? Of course I'm in my right mind.
I mean, you're a housewife just like your mother, right? Besides, you've got a husband, right? Did you ever get your husband's permission to let Mom live with you guys?
Yeah, I told him about the situation. He was furious when he heard what you did to our mother, and he agreed instantly.
Oh, is that so? Tell this husband of yours it's none of his business.
Oh, and by the way, I'm not a housewife. I'm still working just like I did before getting married.
What? Really? Well, never mind then. We're just happy that there's one less mouth to feed now that Mom is gone.
I'm going to ask you this again, but are you sure you're not going to say you want Mom to come back later on?
Huh? I already told you I'm not. You're the one that should be making promises not to give me back Mom later on. Don't say later on that you actually don't want her at your house because supporting her is too expensive, all right?
Of course I won't say that. There are only good things that will come if we let Mom live with us.
Huh? What do you mean only good things? You'll have to pay for her expenses because she's unemployed, you know?
I think times are going to get tough for you two now that Mom is gone, but do your best with that unemployed wife of yours, all right? Because I know that you barely make any money and Mom's salary was the main source of income in that house.
Huh? But I already told you Mom doesn't have a job. Don't tell me you actually believed her when she said she worked from home or something, did you? Don't be fooled by her, Matea. She's just playing some sort of video game on her computer. Seriously, I'm worried about you, Matea. You're not thinking straight. Matea? I just wanted to check in. Supporting Mom is more expensive than you thought it was going to be, huh?
Not really, actually. It's the other way around, really. She's the one who's been helping us a lot.
What?
Until now, my husband and I split the housework between us, but now Mom's here to help us as well. Thanks to her, I can spend more time on work. She's been a real help.
Yeah, but even if she does the housework, she's just a money-eating parasite, right?
Seriously? You're still saying that?
What's your problem? All I'm doing is telling you the truth.
Mom isn't unemployed, you know.
Huh? I already told you she's just lying when she says she has a job, Matea.
No, she's not lying. And she doesn't play video games on her computer all day either. She just works from home like me. Mom's been using her expertise to help me with my work for 5 years now.
Huh? What do you mean, Mom's expertise? What do you mean she's helping you with your work?
Sorry, but I'm actually very busy right now doing said work. So bye.
Wait, hold on. Mom seriously had a job? Hey, Matea? About this expertise of Mom's that you told me about last time? Did you mean that she was an expert on housework or something? And by her job, did you mean that you paid her to do housework and now you're hiring her as your maid?
Did you forget that Mom used to work at a movie production company? My job is video editing, so she's using her experience at her time working at the movie production company to help me.
Oh, so that's what you meant. Now that you mention it, I guess Mom did used to do something like that when we were kids.
Besides, there's no way I'd treat my own mom like a maid. I hope I'm wrong, but don't tell me that ever since you and your wife moved into Mom's house when Dad died 1 year ago, you've been treating Mom like a maid and making her do all the housework, have you?
Huh? I would never do such a thing.
Maybe you would never do such a thing, but what about your wife?
You see, my wife is actually a very busy person, so she doesn't have time to do the housework.
Seriously? But isn't she unemployed? Tell me, what in the world is she busy with?
My wife is a professional influencer on social media, and she says that it's very difficult work.
I see. A professional influencer, huh? It's no use lying to me, Renato. Mom already told me everything. Anyways, I'm still working, so bye.
Matea, I can't take this anymore. This is terrible. I know I promised I wouldn't ask you. But please give me Mom back. I'll come and pick her up today.
Huh? You can't just break your promises, Renato. Didn't you say yourself that you didn't want a money-eating parasite to have to provide for?
I was wrong. Let's just pretend that promise never happened. It doesn't count because if I had known Mom had an income, I never would have kicked her out. This is you and Mom's fault for not explaining it to us sooner. That promise was unfair since you knew that I was at a disadvantage. It just doesn't count anymore, so give her back.
But Mom said that she actually did explain to you that she had a job. And I myself recall explaining it to you several times, but you never seemed to understand what I was saying.
It's not that I didn't understand, I just thought that she was lying. Come on, Matea. I didn't know working from home was a thing people did now.
Yeah, she said that you just laughed it off and called her a liar, saying that you've never seen her do work. I heard that even before you kicked her out with only her wallet and phone, you would often call her a money-eating parasite.
I mean, she really didn't look like she was doing any work.
That's what you get for being so stubborn and unwilling to accept new ideas, Renato. You deserve everything that's happening to you. Apparently, it's been really rough for Mom ever since you and your wife barged into her home, moving in before Mom could even object.
What?
Yeah, she said that your wife literally never did any housework, and she would often bully Mom into doing what she said. Apparently, she was constantly sleep deprived for a time because she tried to do both her job and the housework.
Well, I heard from my wife that she did all the housework and Mom just stayed in her room and did nothing all day.
She does work when she's in her room. Your wife is the one that does nothing all day. Your wife probably got used to that lifestyle, right? Tell me, what's the situation inside the house right now?
That's what I was trying to tell you. Ever since Mom left the house, it's been a literal dumpster. Whenever I take a step, I stir up a cloud of dust. And the floor is so covered in garbage that you can't even see it anymore. My wife never does the laundry as well, so we've been wearing the same clothes over and over. Not only that, but the only thing in our refrigerator is beer. And all we eat is either fast food or we order takeout or lunchboxes from the convenience store.
Oh, is that so?
Please, Matea. I know you can't see me, but I'm bowing to you on my knees right now while crying.
Why the hell would that matter to me?
It's fine if she doesn't live with us anymore, but at least let her come by and clean the house once in a while. I don't know, maybe 4 times a week or something? I'm not breaking my promise and she's not going to be living with us, right? Let's make a compromise.
Yeah, except you never had the right to ask for Mom to come back in the first place, so it is not a compromise. Besides, if Mom goes to and from our houses 4 times a week, she's going to collapse from overwork. It's also very expensive to get from your house to mine.
What? Come on, you're over-exaggerating. It only takes 30 minutes by car or train to get to and from our houses.
What? Didn't I tell you already? The 3 of us moved recently. We now live halfway across the country, and we would need a 2-hour plane ride to get from our house to yours.
Huh? You moved?
Yeah. I remember I told you when we were visiting Dad's grave. I said that we were going to be moving to Sicily soon since my husband was relocated at his job. Jesus, Renato, I guess you really just have zero listening skills.
Sicily? Where in Sicily?
I won't tell you.
Why not?
Because if I tell you, you might cause us problems.
Huh? I'm your brother. You can't talk to me like that. What do you mean I'll cause problems for you anyway?
Don't you realize that you're causing us problems right now by texting us? Oh, and I don't know, maybe you'd suddenly show up at our house one day and try to take Mom with you or something.
I would never do anything of the sort. I'm your older brother, Matea. Please. Tell me where you guys live, now!
I'll consider telling you once you two get your shit together and you're no longer begging Mom to come back. Oh, and by the way, Mom says that...
Oh, so she's willing to come to our house to do the housework after all?
No, she said that she sold the house, so you two need to move out by the end of this month.
What did you just say? But I inherited this house when Dad died. She can't just sell it.
I already told you several times that that's not your house, you dumbass. That house used to belong to Mom's parents, and Mom inherited it when they passed away. Which means that she's the owner of that house, not you.
But I'm the pillar of this family. I get to decide everything that happens in this house.
Just shut up already. I don't care if you're the fucking pillar of the family. Mom is the one who owns that house. I don't need to tell you this, but Mom was also the one who paid for the land tax all this time.
Tax? You have to pay tax if you own a house?
Yes. Mom can sell that house whenever she wants to. She says that she wants you two to go clean the house before you leave since the new owners are going to be moving in soon.
What? You're telling me we need to clean this place up? But this place is a dumpster!
If you don't want to clean it yourselves, then hire a house cleaning service, but you're going to have to pay for that yourself because we certainly aren't.
What? Seriously? How much does a house cleaning service cost?
Look it up yourself. Although judging by how dirty you say the house is, then it's definitely not going to be cheap. Well then, goodbye.
Hey, wait! You're not going to at least help us clean this place?
No thanks. Why would I want to do that? Bye! They had 1 month to leave Mom's house when me and Renato had our last conversation. Renato doesn't earn a lot of money and his wife is unemployed, so they decided to not hire a house cleaning service and just do it themselves. Somehow, they managed to clean the place up as Renato managed to get his wife to help, even though she refused at first. To be honest, I was a bit proud of them, since it seemed that all they needed was a motive, then they would actually do the work. But since they were so busy cleaning up, they forgot to do the laundry. And the uniform Renato wore to work started to seriously stink. Not only that, but Renato was also frequently late or absent to work. And when he made a serious mistake at his job, his company finally had enough of him and fired him. Also, apparently they only realized that they hadn't planned on where to go after they left Mom's house on the day they had to leave. Panicking, the two of them went to the job hunting center and managed to find a job that came with housing. However, this new job of theirs paid worse than Renato's last job. And it was also the kind of place where unpaid overtime was seen as natural. Unable to gather their wits and think of a plan to improve their lives, Renato and his wife slowly spiraled into a life as miserable as one could imagine.
Had enough of this. I have a bunch of nerds over at my house yelling at me. I bet you did it again.
I don't know who that is.
He keeps calling your name. And he's banging on my front door, freaking me out. I don't want you dragging me into your stupid arguments anymore. Let's see, it was Mr. Monday and Mr. Wednesday who I gave the address to, I think. I have so many boyfriends, I don't remember who I gave the address to. Huh? Can you see him on the intercom? Is it a guy with blonde hair who's yelling at you, or dark hair? No, green. Oh shit! I dumped him because I was afraid he'd find out I was 7-timing him. Maybe he found out. You should just send him away. Don't play games with me all the time. You keep bringing me into this, even though I have nothing to do with this. Why did you give your boyfriends my address? That's the only way they'll never find out I'm cheating on them. Some guys like me so much, they come to my house without an appointment. If he sees me with another boyfriend, it'll be an absolute disaster. That's why I give them your address as a precaution. I don't even know where to begin. You're gonna get stabbed if you don't stop being such an asshole. You have to be honest with the people who like you. You can't be in a relationship with more than one person at a time like this. Don't get so mad at me. Just because you're jealous of your pretty irresistible sister. Jealousy from an ugly girl is even uglier. Huh? I don't want to do this either. But everyone wants to go out with me, so I can't help it. I don't know if you can understand. You've never had a boyfriend. An ugly girl can't understand the problems of a popular girl. I beg your pardon. I'm sorry. I was born a beautiful woman who looks nothing like you. It makes you feel even more miserable that you're single and ugly. You really have to cut the shit, you know that? Not only did you bother me, you made fun of me. I'm not making fun of you. I'm sympathizing with you and worrying about you. I feel sorry for you that you're going to end your life without a boyfriend. Oh, I just thought of a good idea. I'll give one of my boyfriends to you. Huh? I'm having quite a few right now, so I'm giving one of them to you, sis. Your 30th birthday is coming up, so it's a birthday present. I know just the right guy for you, sis. I don't want that. You're being rude to me and your boyfriend. Oh, come on. Don't say that. This is a great opportunity for you to enjoy the benefits of your beautiful sister. I'll send him your contact information. I'll give him to you if it works out.
I'm sorry for suddenly approaching you. Katie asked me to get in touch with you. She said you'd be a better match for me than her.
I'm sorry. My sister has been very rude. She's always been free-spirited and dishonest. As her sister, I apologize on her behalf. I'm so sorry.
No. Why would you apologize for your sister?
Please, do not pay attention to my sister's nonsense. You can block me too. I'll tell my sister to take you seriously.
Wait a minute. I won't block you. It would be a waste to throw away a chance to meet someone like you.
What?
What a coincidence! It's me! Remember our part-time job in college? We worked together at a summer festival.
What? You're that you? Really?
I was so surprised to see you again. I've always wanted to see you again, Mia. Because there's no one else who shares my taste in music as much as you do, Mia. That's why I wanted to exchange our numbers on the last day of our part-time job. But my phone got flooded, you remember?
As I recall, it got submerged in water due to your excessive amount of sweat during our part-time job. We all laughed about how that could happen, didn't we?
Yeah. That's why I couldn't exchange numbers with you, Mia. I've been regretting it for some time now. I never thought we'd meet like this, though.
I'm surprised too. I can't believe such a coincidence.
If you'd like, let's go out for dinner sometime. Let's talk about music again.
Oh, are you sure? I'm Katie's sister. A dinner with just the two of us, right?
It's totally fine. Don't worry about Katie. Let's go out for dinner sometime. Let me know when you're free soon. I'll make a reservation right away.
Sis, how did it go with the dorky boyfriend I mentioned? Did it turn out to be something good? He's still your sister's boyfriend, no matter how dorky he is. There's no way my diligent sister would interact with him, right? But I have good news for you. I've decided to break up with him. I'll give him to you for real. You're breaking up with him? I don't need that guy anymore. I mean, I don't need any of the guys I'm dating right now. I'm gonna be serious and only go out with one person from now on. What's wrong, Katie? That flirtatious Katie is speaking common sense. I've met someone so wonderful that I'm willing to throw them all away. A prince on a white horse. He's handsome, rich, a scion, who's just the perfect guy. I'm going to marry him for sure. So, I'm going to get serious about a relationship. Serious relationship. That Katie who's never been satisfied? So, I'm making the rounds to say goodbye to each and every one of them. But I'm seriously thinking of giving that dorky guy to you. Don't worry about your sister. Just go out with him. No one will want you anyway. What? You're about to turn 30. Compromise with a guy of this level. A plain, ugly girl like you is best suited with a plain, boring guy like him. He's a colleague of mine at the same company. He's just a dull businessman who does his job without much thought. He's the perfect match for you. Hey, Katie, how can you talk like that about someone you've been in a relationship with? I'm used to being made fun of, but that's not the kind of thing you say to a boyfriend. Ah, you've never had a boyfriend. I mean, you. I just went out with him to kill time. And I never liked him to begin with. You didn't? He's probably a virgin. I thought he was cute and naive, and he didn't seem to have any romantic experience. So, I went out with him. He got all red in the face and asked me to go out with him. He's not my type at all, but I am a kind-hearted person, so I agreed to go out with him. It's terrible to go out with someone you don't really love. How about you consider his feelings? I don't care how he feels. He's already broken up with me. If you feel sorry for him, why don't you comfort him? You could be that plain guy's girlfriend. Maybe he'll be happy to go out with you. Then you'll get your long-awaited boyfriend. I feel sorry for my single ugly sister, so I'll give you my ex-boyfriend. But you don't want your sister's hand-me-downs, do you? Are you sure? Thank you. It's a little awkward to date my sister's ex-boyfriend, but it's a good chance for me to get to know him. I'll gladly take it. Are you serious? You're really going to take your sister's hand-me-downs? You ugly near 30-year-olds are boundless. He's such a plain, dull businessman. And scrawny too. Hugh is a wonderful guy. You're leaving him, aren't you? You're not his girlfriend. Then don't say anything to make fun of him. He's a really cool guy to me. By cool, you must mean someone like my boyfriend. He's handsome, rich, and perfect in every way. Hugh is also very cool in profile as he pursues his dreams. Besides, he's a musician while balancing work and life. He's earning millions of dollars a month in royalties. It's really amazing, isn't it? What? Millions of dollars a month and royalty income? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I've never heard of that. What? Although you were dating, you didn't hear about it? Hugh told me right away. Amazing, isn't it? He's always loved music, but he made a career out of it. I have the utmost respect for him. Wait a minute! You mean you've known him for a long time? Actually, I'm a bit of a friend of Hugh's. You gave him my number, and that's how we met again. We went out for dinner and laughed about how coincidental this was. We have kept in touch since then, but I kept my feelings on hold because he was my sister's boyfriend. But if you're breaking up with him, I don't care anymore. I'm going to confess my feelings to him. Thank you for breaking up with him at this timing. I hope you'll be happy with your dream boyfriend, Katie. I'll try my best too. I'd like you to go out with me. I'm sorry for coming out of nowhere, but I can't stop feeling the way I do. If it's okay with you, I'd like you to be my boyfriend.
Thank you very much. I'll do my best to make you happy.
What?
I was going to tell you first. I'm so glad you confessed your feelings to me, Mia. I want you to go out with me too. I've loved you since we worked at the part-time job.
Are you sure about this? I confessed my feelings to you, but I was prepared to get my heart broken. Besides, I'm not as pretty as my sister Katie.
What are you talking about? You're very beautiful too, Mia. I mean, you're even more beautiful to me than your sister.
I'm flattered, but that's actually pretty disrespectful. After all, she was your girlfriend at one point.
What? Who was my girlfriend?
What? Who? You, Hugh, and my sister, Katie. That's why I'm really surprised. Katie and you just broke up. I didn't expect you to go out with me.
Wait a minute. Who told you that she and I were dating? We haven't been dating.
What? You weren't dating?
Of course. Why would I go out with a slut like her? I'm sorry, she's your sister after all. But she's quite well known within the company for her playfulness. And I hate women like her.
But Katie, my sister, told me that the two of you were dating. She said she's breaking up with you, and that she'll give you to me. Didn't you ask Katie to go out with you, Hugh? She said you turned red and asked her to go out with you. That's what I heard.
I don't remember asking her out. I try not to get involved with her, even within the company. Wait a minute. Come to think of it, I did have no choice but to talk to her quite a while ago. One of my colleagues was quitting and I had to prepare a gift for her farewell party. I asked her to go shopping with me.
Oh, really?
I was assigned to go shopping. The person who quit was a girl, and she was good friends with Katie. I have no sense of style, so I asked her out of shame. That's when I asked her to go out with me. Of course, I only meant shopping.
No way. Are you saying my sister misunderstood that?
Looking back, I can see where she might have been mistaken. From that day on, she started contacting me personally.
Oh, that's what happened. Well, that's a surprise, I guess. I always assumed you guys were together. So, I don't have to be aware of the whole my sister's ex-boyfriend issue then.
No, we're just co-workers. But I'm quitting my day job to pursue music exclusively. So, we won't be colleagues anymore. We won't have anything to do with each other, so don't worry. Well then, I'll be looking forward to continuing this relationship with you.
Same here. And thank you for being honest with me.
I'll never do anything to make you feel uneasy. Or anything to make you cry.
He's the worst! What is wrong with that guy? I thought I was ready for a serious relationship with him. Who does he think he is to dump me? Oh, you got dumped, Katie? I've never been so humiliated in my life. I had just broken up with everyone else just for him. Right after I broke it off with all of them, he called me up and he said it's your turn to get dumped for no reason. What? That Cyan. He was friends with the guy I dumped. He came over to your house, didn't he? The green-haired one? The Cyan was his friend, and he came to avenge me. He said he'd do the same to me, just like I did to his friend who got hurt. So he went out with you just to shake you up? He knew you were a player, that you had a man for every day of the week. Seriously? It's unbelievable. I had a doctor, a lawyer, and some other good quality boyfriends. I didn't like the idea of dumping them, but I did my best to break up with them. And then he dumps me right after breaking up with all of them. I can't even get in touch with the Cyan anymore. It's just so frustrating because it's exactly how I did it. He must have been a really good friend. You've got to be kidding me. Why are you feeling sorry for him? Your little sister's in a bad spot. You should be consoling her right now. But you got what you deserved. Don't be cocky just because you got the boyfriend of your dreams. He's just a hand-me-down from your sister. I'll have Hugh back right now. You're back to being an ugly single girl again. I beg your pardon? Hugh was my boyfriend. In other words, he was mine. What's wrong with getting it back? I wasn't expecting royalty income, but if that's the case, I'll promote him to my boyfriend.
I'm sorry, Katie. Actually, from my point of view, we haven't been in a relationship even for a day. I'm Hugh, one of your coworkers. Mia and I are on a date right now.
Why are you dating a plain, rather ugly girl? I mean, what exactly did you mean by that? That we weren't dating?
Yeah, you got it all wrong. I was just asking you to go shopping with me. It's not like I confessed my feelings for you, saying I like you. On the contrary, I hate sluts like you. Did you really think that asking you to go shopping for a present meant to be a confession of love? Don't expect everyone to like you.
What? What's the matter with you? You're just a plain-looking guy. Actually, you're a scrawny, dull businessman. Don't act like you're all successful just because you have a music career. I know you prefer pretty girls to ugly girls. All men are like that.
Huh? Don't worry, I won't regret it. Well, we'll leave you to it. Good luck in finding a good man.
Our relationship progressed smoothly. We're getting married soon. Katie didn't congratulate us at all. I'm going to marry a richer man and make all of you look back at me. She spat at us, and we never heard from her again. My parents told me that she is trying her best to get married by attending marriage activity parties for high-income men only. But real, rich people are not interested in my sister, who only has good looks. Katie is so upset that she is trying to get introductions from all her friends and contacts, but they do not introduce anyone to her, saying, if I introduce her, my reputation will go down. They all know that Katie used to be a player.
Chloe, what on earth are you doing?
What's wrong, Susan?
I can't believe you do that with my grandson.
What do you mean? I didn't do anything.
You are pregnant, yet you still dare to eat junk food? Don't you worry about your son. What if something happens to him?
What? We are having dinner at a restaurant, not junk food. Besides, this restaurant is also very famous for its fresh and clean food. What could possibly happen? You're overthinking.
Why aren't you being more careful? If you don't prioritize the baby's safety, I'll have to worry about my grandchild. You're cold-blooded.
How can you say that? I'm certainly concerned about my baby. Don't worry about that too much.
Why can't I worry? You're pregnant and you're still going out like this? What if you have an accident or consume something random that affects my grandchild? If something happens to my grandson, I'll make you guys regret that.
Susan, you're worrying excessively. Eric is coming with me. He will take care of me.
This heartless Eric! Why did he let his pregnant wife go out?
What's wrong if I go out, Susan? I'm still very careful. I just went out for dinner and sightseeing. I didn't do anything heavy. Eric took very good care of me too. Susan, don't worry, okay?
You dare go out when you're pregnant. I can't help but worry about my grandchild. When you're pregnant, you should stay at home and don't go anywhere. If anything happens to your body or your health, I will lose my grandson. I can't have that happen. Many things can happen without you knowing.
Oh my God, Susan! Today is our wedding anniversary. We just went out for dinner to celebrate. I need to change my mood. Being pregnant makes me so tired and I need to relieve my mood. Do you understand it?
Relieve the mood, not put my grandchild in a dangerous situation.
Please, listen, Susan. We finished dinner and nothing happened. During the meal, I also ate a nutritious diet according to the doctor's advice. I only sit and resting, not moving around much. My husband will take the food for me, and I only eat things that are good for the baby.
Who knows what you ate? You could have eaten junk and hidden it from me.
How could you think like that? Do you think I lied to you?
I didn't see you eat directly, so I can't be sure if it's healthy food or not.
So no matter what I say, you won't believe it. We're going to go sightseeing. I can't talk with you anymore.
How dare you say that to your mother-in-law? Sightseeing? I can't believe it. After what I said, you're still not going home? Then when do you plan to get back home?
After going sightseeing for a while, we will return. We'll return around 12 o'clock. Don't wait for us.
You're coming back home at 12 o'clock at night? You're pregnant and you're coming home so late? It will affect the fetus. Go home immediately.
Susan, don't be so unreasonable. Today is our wedding anniversary. It's okay if you go out for a bit.
Go home immediately. Are you defying me?
I didn't mean that, but you can't force me to do what you just want because you're worried about your grandchild. I need to be comfortable for the baby to be healthy.
Are you still arguing with me? You want to relax and you're putting my grandson in danger? You are unprincipled. If you don't take care of it, just give it birth so I'll take care of it and then you can do whatever you want. However, you're pregnant now, so you have to be very careful and listen to me absolutely. Stop arguing with me and go home immediately.
I'm still being careful. Why can't you believe me?
I can't believe you guys. Stop arguing with me and go home immediately.
Okay, fine. We're going home.
You should have done that sooner. Hurry up. Chloe, I've bought a lot of good stuff for you.
Thank you, Susan. What did you get?
I got powdered milk for pregnant women, some supplies, frankincense, and some items for newborns.
Agarwood? For pregnant women?
Yes, I heard that agarwood helps relieve stress, headaches, and dizziness. All symptoms of pregnant women. I think it will be better for my grandchild if you relax and feel comfortable.
Okay. Susan?
I received a bottle of this medicine from a divine physician who advised that consuming this medicinal water can be beneficial for both the pregnant mother and the child in her womb.
Where did you get this divine physician?
A friend of mine told me about him.
I'm not sure about this medicine, Susan. What if it's a scam? Maybe we should consult the doctor first.
What do you mean? My friend said that she bought this medicine for her daughter-in-law, and it led to a healthy delivery, so you can rest assured and take it.
Really? Have you met that daughter-in-law? How is she now?
Are you suspecting me of buying fake medicine to harm you? That's my nephew, so of course I wouldn't do anything to harm him.
It's not what you think. I'm just worried about my baby. Medicines without labels or manufacturing locations can be very dangerous. It's very possible that you were scammed.
You worry too much. Do you think that I'm that easy to fool? This is a real person testifying, so what are you worried about?
Have you met the girl who took this medicine? Her children too?
I haven't met her yet, but the story she told me is very believable. I believe she didn't lie to me.
You're trusting blindly, Susan. You can't just buy medicine from an unknown source because your friend told you to and expect me to take it. It's very dangerous for your grandchild. Aren't you worried?
Of course I'm worried. If you're concerned about not taking it, then take some supplements I bought from the doctor.
I still have some of the supplements you bought last time and haven't finished them yet. You bought 4 or 5 times of supplements and now you're buying more?
The more the better. Just take them all at once. You don't have to worry about gaining weight.
That's also a concern, but taking too much medicine isn't always good. It can have many other side effects.
What harm can supplements do? They provide necessary nutrients for the body. It won't affect anything. Maybe you'll gain a little weight, but you should worry more about the baby's health than your weight. You're married, and now you're pregnant. Why are you so concerned about your appearance?
Susan, what are you talking about? I don't care about my weight that much. I'm worried about my child. I'm concerned that taking too many supplements will harm the fetus. Too much of a good thing can be harmful.
Okay, if you don't want me to help or interfere in taking care of and raising your children, just say so. You've rejected everything I've suggested, and you don't agree. You're calling me superficial. I want to do what's best for you and your child, but it seems unnecessary. You don't need my help, right?
I never said you were superficial. I didn't mean that. I really appreciate you looking out for my child. However, pregnancy is a very sensitive time, so we should be cautious when it comes to buying medicine and supplements for pregnant women. I just want us to be careful and make informed decisions about what we consume during pregnancy.
Huh? It's the same thing. You're just afraid of everything. Because you don't know anything. Just take the supplements. It won't harm you. Have I ever done anything to harm you?
Okay, I'll listen to you.
You should be. Remember to use agar wood.
I know. I light it up.
When your husband gets off work, tell him to come over to my house to pick it up.
Yes, Susan, I'll let him know.
How was the prenatal checkup? Did the doctor mention when you might give birth?
The doctor said it's impossible to predict precisely. It could be 3 weeks later or sooner.
3 weeks later? That would be around the end of August or early September. Try to aim for a September 1st birth date.
Huh? Why September 1st?
Well, I consulted a fortune teller, and they said that to have a boy, the child must be born in September. If the baby is born on the first day of the month, they'll be successful in the future. So try to have the baby on September 1st. No, you must give birth on September 1st.
What? Do you realize what you're saying? How can I control the day I give birth?
You act like it's impossible. Just try to hold on until September 1st and give birth then.
Susan, what kind of nonsense is this? Please don't be superstitious anymore. Why would you trust fortune tellers? Most of them are just scams.
Nonsense! I got my fortune told at a very reputable place. This fortune teller is very famous and known by many people. He's famous because he can predict the future.
Did you believe him just because you heard rumors?
Not at all. I've seen it with my own eyes. He predicted that I wouldn't find my wallet, and it turned out I couldn't find it. It's like he had a special power.
That could be coincidental. Maybe you misplaced your wallet or it got lost or stolen. Have you checked your home yet?
Even so, he was right about me not finding my wallet.
Because you haven't gone home to look for it.
Not only that, there's more. He predicted an event for me, and it actually happened.
Oh, what was the prediction?
He said that 2 minutes later, a black cat would run past me, and a boy chasing the cat would bump into me. He told me to take 3 steps to the left to avoid the collision, but I didn't believe him, and guess what?
The black cat ran past. The boy chased the cat and he bumped into you.
Exactly! So he can genuinely predict the future.
I'm not entirely convinced, Susan. It still sounds like a scam to me. You shouldn't trust these people so easily.
I'm not gullible. It's just that his predictions seemed so accurate that I couldn't help but believe him. Anyway, just aim for a September 1st birth date for the baby's sake. Typically, you should aim for the first day of the month. Giving birth on that day is believed to result in a boy.
Regardless of whether it's a boy or a girl, it's okay, Susan. They're all your grandchildren.
But boys can achieve great things.
Susan, that's a bit of a biased viewpoint. Girls can also achieve great things. The gender of the child doesn't matter. What's essential is how we raise them.
Well, I understand that, but try for a September 1st birth date. Don't give birth too early.
I can't control it. When the baby is ready to come out, they'll come out.
Just try to hold on until that day. Trust me. I only want what's best for you and your children.
I can't make any promises, Susan.
Keep my words in mind. I only have your best interests at heart. Now, I'll be heading home. Goodbye, Chloe.
Goodbye, Susan.
How's the baby?
The fever just subsided. She was sweating a lot and was very tired.
Fortunately, the fever has gone down. Have you given the baby any medicine yet?
I gave her fever-reducing medicine and cleaned her up. She's currently asleep.
My poor grandchild. If only you had been born on the 1st, maybe the baby wouldn't have had this fever.
Susan, why do you keep bringing up the day I gave birth?
I'm just saying, it didn't happen. You insisted on being born 1 day earlier. I told you to aim for the 1st, but you refused. Being born on the last day of the month isn't ideal at all. Maybe that's why the baby has a fever.
Isn't it because of you?
What did I do?
On the day that I gave birth, all because of your blind superstition, both the baby and I were put at risk. Have you forgotten? You blocked the door to prevent me from entering the delivery room. You insisted on waiting for another 2 hours until the 1st day. By that time, my water had broken for 20 hours and labor pains had already started. Thankfully, I was rushed into the delivery room in the nick of time. The doctor said any later we might have lost the baby. Are you trying to harm both me and the baby?
I didn't mean that. Don't say such things. You just needed to hold on for another hour and a half, and the 1st day would have arrived. Then, maybe the baby wouldn't be sick.
It's pointless to reason with you. The baby's fever is spiking again, and I have to take her to the hospital.
Absolutely not. Don't take her to the hospital.
Are you out of your mind? Why shouldn't I take her to the hospital? The baby has a very high fever and needs urgent treatment.
I forbid you to take the baby to the hospital. They'll just inject a bunch of drugs and make the baby even weaker. Let me go buy some leaves. Boil it in hot water and give the baby a bath, and she will be fine.
What? What's the point of doing that? Leaves? What leaves? Stop believing in folk remedies, please. These are superstitions that can harm babies. There is no scientific evidence to prove that boiling leaves in hot water for a baby's bath when they're sick will cure the illness.
If you don't know anything, just be quiet and let me explain. When Eric was a baby, I bathed him in water infused with heated leaves, and he didn't get sick anymore. Look at him now. He's a healthy adult, isn't he?
You can't use that method on my child. That approach is very outdated. It's been a long time since her days.
Are you arguing with me? Young adults these days don't know how to properly take care of their children.
Times have changed significantly. Technology, science, and medicine have advanced, providing medicines to respond to and prevent harmful agents. These medications are used to enhance health and protect children.
I don't need to know about all these medicines. You read a few things online, and then you keep giving children all sorts of medications and vaccinations. You're weakening their inherent resistance. That's harming them, not curing them.
I agree that overuse of medication is not good, but I disagree with unproven folk remedies. It's very risky for my child to use those methods. And now, if you don't mind, I'm taking my baby to the hospital to get proper medical care. Goodbye.
Even after I said all that, you still took her to the hospital. You're weakening your child's health. Chloe!
Susan, what did you do?
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
Yesterday, I left Arena at her house for a while. What did you feed her while I was gone?
I saw that the baby was too skinny, so I gave her some baby food. Maybe your breast milk isn't sufficient or nutritious enough, and that's why the baby looks malnourished. Poor little one.
How many times have I told you? If you don't know, don't take action. Rena is only 4 months old. She can't eat solid food yet. Premature weaning can harm a baby's digestive system.
You're exaggerating. A few spoonfuls won't hurt her. My grandchild is skinny because of you. Your milk isn't nutritious enough.
No harm? She had to be hospitalized because of digestive problems. Even if you mean well, you should find out the correct way.
I didn't know it would cause digestive issues. I just wanted to help my niece.
You've harmed her. I've forgiven you so many times, but I can't take it anymore. You're interfering too much in raising my children.
What? Who took care of you during your pregnancy and after you gave birth? It was me, you ungrateful child.
You call that taking care of me? Forcing me and keeping me captive?
Isn't it because I cared about your health and your child's health?
You worried me by preventing me from going out when I was pregnant, causing me to feel suffocated and stressed, which led to fatigue. You also forced me to take various supplements, including medicine from some quack doctor.
He is famous. All of my friends know about him.
How can you still trust that scum artist? It's clear that he lied to you. He was arrested for fraud and it was reported on the news.
What? That can't be. He has a very good reputation.
It's not his reputation. It's your blind trust in that scum artist. I've told you repeatedly that I won't accept it and you still force me to do what you wanted. Haven't you pressured me enough? Why are you now pressuring my husband as well? What's wrong with you?
I can't get through to you, so I had to use stronger measures.
Of course, I had to resist you. I can't agree with your superstitious beliefs.
What superstition? These are the methods used in the past, and people grew up healthy using them.
I'm tired of arguing with you. I've told you that you can't apply those methods to my children. If you want to use them, give birth to your own child and apply them to them. This is my child, not yours.
So disrespectful. How dare you say that to me?
I will respect you if you act honorably. However, I know that you used every trick in the book to force me to do what you wanted.
What? What nonsense are you talking about? What trick?
To make me drink that quack doctor's medicine, you mixed it with orange juice and made me drink it. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it until I had consumed a half bottle of medicine. Each time I drank it, the orange juice tasted strange. But you told me it was because my taste buds had changed during pregnancy. You said it was normal and made me finish the entire glass of orange juice. I almost had a miscarriage.
No way! You're exaggerating. How could you almost have a miscarriage with that?
I'm telling the truth.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because I was afraid you'd come up with more methods that would make me lose this child forever.
What are you saying? I'm worried about my niece. It's because you're so weak that you can't take the supplements.
Now you say it's my fault?
Clearly, if you're healthier, it won't affect the child.
But the one who makes my body weak is you. You forced and constrained me in ways you thought were right. Even poisoned me.
Poisoned? You are exaggerating, making a big deal out of nothing.
Poisoning is poisoning. I still have the medicine bottle and the medical examination paper, so don't deny it anymore.
That's not it. I'm just worried about you.
You're really thick-skinned. Worry about me but harm me. You even harmed my daughter to force me to listen to you.
I would never do that. Don't talk nonsense. Maybe I accidentally did something because I didn't know, but it wasn't intentional.
You know exactly what you did. You won't spare a 4-month-old child either.
What are you talking about? I said I wouldn't do anything.
You gave my child honey, right?
Not at all. That time, she accidentally swiped a bowl of honey. You know, babies around 4 months old sometimes put things in their mouths to explore. She put her hand in the bowl of honey and put it in her mouth to suck.
So you know. Yet you're still callousing to it. Why is the bowl of honey there?
At the time, I was planning to mix it with lemon and honey and drink it. I took the honey and was about to mix it, but the baby cried and I ran out to comfort her, then forgot the bowl of honey beside her. After I went back to squeeze the lemon, an unfortunate incident happened. I know honey is harmful to children under 12 months old. It was an accident.
The baby was constipated and fell into a coma. We had to take her to the emergency room.
A little honey can't cause enough harm to cause a coma.
At first, I thought it was just unfortunate, but I didn't expect it was you.
Do you still blame me? It was all an accident.
Accident? You left the bowl of honey there on purpose. You intentionally poisoned my child because I didn't drink fresh turmeric water mixed with baby urine. Cruel things, no humanity.
I did not. Do not slander me. Besides, children's urine is good for the body. Turmeric is good for women's health after giving birth. I want to help you avoid postpartum malnutrition.
You're crazy. That urine is just waste. It's not good at all. You are truly unscrupulous to the point of harming me and my child.
You always say baseless things.
I heard you mumbling to yourself on hospital emergency stairs the day my baby got poisoned with honey. You said, with all that honey, she just goes into a coma? If I had known, I would have added more honey. Still want to deny it? You cruel woman!
No way! How did you... Wait. You are lying to me. You lied. I didn't say that.
Look at you hesitating. A lie has no legs.
You have no proof. Don't slander me.
Want proof? I have recorded the part where you talk about your barbaric behavior.
Not true. You're definitely lying.
You don't need to deny it anymore. My husband also knew about this. And we have decided to make you pay for that action.
What are you guys going to do to me?
With this barbaric and inhumane crime, we can completely sue and put you in prison.
What? Go to jail? Isn't that a bit too much? I didn't do it on purpose. It's just that you're so stubborn that you don't listen to me. I have dignity too. I just wanted to scare you a little. I didn't mean to put her in a coma. Please believe me.
Do you know how much pain Rena was in? How much more pain will she have when she knows that her grandmother poisons her?
I'm sorry, Rena. I'm so sorry. It's all because I'm too stubborn and obsessed with incomprehension. So I've caused unforgivable things.
It's too late for that.
I know I was wrong. I'm sorry too. Please don't send me to jail.
My husband and I discussed it. After all, you are his mother. I don't want him to be a dilemma, so he won't send you to jail anymore. But believe me, I really want to.
Thank you so much for forgiving me.
No, I won't forgive you for what you did. In the end, we have decided we will never let you meet Rena again. She doesn't need a grandmother like that.
What? Never. That's so cruel. She is my grandchild.
You know she's your grandchild, but you still harm her? Rena doesn't need such a cruel grandmother. I warn you to stay away from her. I have evidence to sue you.
Are you threatening me? Fine, it's okay if I don't see her again.
You should be. And don't contact me anymore. If you have anything, please tell my husband instead. I don't want to talk to someone like you anymore. Goodbye.
Wait, Chloe, I can change. Give me a chance, please.
After cutting off contact with Susan, I took care of Rena according to the doctor's instructions. She is now 1 year old and completely healthy. We are preparing for Rena's 1 year birthday party and everything is going smoothly. Our family is very happy. As for Susan, she tried to apologize many times, but I really cannot forgive the person who harmed my child. Maybe in the future, I might change my mind. However, right now, I don't want to have anything to do with that cruel woman anymore. Even my child, I don't want her to be in any danger. Currently, Susan is living alone in a large house. Eric still visits occasionally, but she still has to live alone. That's the price she has to pay for her cruel actions. The outcomes are a direct result of the choices you make.